What time is it? 10:10 at night. I don't think you need to see me in the video. I mean, I was going to say there's no light on in here. There is. There's a lamp on that way over there. And there's a light coming from that direction from another room. But the room isn't there. Oh God, well, the room is there, but it's not. That's not a room. The room's after that. Oh, you can't see. I can't show you. I'm not putting my house on the internet. Like, because obviously I still don't want people to know where I live. Why is that there? I've just... Do you know what? I've took this out on 2 dog walks today. And I've been back about nearly an hour. Because I was going to go out again because I don't feel like she's had enough. I've personally had enough. We've done over an hour in the 2 walks. At least I got out twice today. It took me a it took a lot of the day for me to get on that first one. And I've been out again. And I was like, if I get home by a certain time, I'll definitely go out again. And I can't bring myself to go out again. I just can't. I've had enough. I don't mean physically walking. I mean, I'm not 100% well. There's stuff going on with my body. I don't know what's going on. My hips hurting. I don't feel great. I keep getting extremely dizzy. There's other things going on, but I just can't bring myself to go out even though there wouldn't be any... Well, there would be people around. Well, not many. I probably wouldn't see many people in the flesh. I might see cars. That's it. I just can't. Well, definitely not going out now. Oh, what was that? What's that? But yeah, I took that out and I've had about 3 or 4 mouthfuls before I went out the first time. I need to put that back in the fridge so I don't waste it. Reminds me, I need to get some out my boot. I'm still definitely not going out there now though. Just had a couple of Weetabix. I wasn't hungry, but that's the thing at the moment. I'm not hungry. But today especially, I've eaten more today than I have any other day during the last 2 or 3 weeks. So, but I've still not, like I had, my main meal was definitely a full meal. I didn't eat it all. I probably ate 2/3. And then I've just had some Weetabix. I had a yoghurt pouch for breakfast, which isn't enough, but at least I managed that. And I had do you know that small, when you get a small loaf of bread, you know when it's like little slices? I had 2/3 of a slice of toast with jam on because obviously I have to share everything with the husky. But yeah. And I've had some popcorn, like an individual bag, you know, the small bags. And a Cadbury Delight bar. So I've definitely done well today. I've just eaten. Like, I've not felt hungry. I've just eaten. And I'm regretting the Weetabix because I am starting to feel a bit sickly. I had them like 20 minutes ago. I don't know why... Oh, I'm trying to move. And now I'm uncomfortable. Oh, I'm tired. I think I'm going to go upstairs for the night. I'm just finishing a drink. Even though I feel really sick, because I think I shouldn't have eaten those Weetabix. Or could have just had one. I just thought, eat, because you might be hungry, because I don't really feel hungry much. I've only felt hunger twice in the last 2 or 3 weeks. I've had loads of, well, not loads of occasions, a couple of occasions where my stomach's rumbled like crazy. And I'm like, am I actually hungry? Because I'm not feeling hungry. But I definitely feel like I've had a good amount today, but I do feel nauseous and it's getting stronger. So maybe I shouldn't have eaten, but I don't even know what's going on with my body. I'm just trying to eat to keep going, like fueling my body. Because there's been a few times where I've almost fallen over. I keep walking into things, like I keep getting like a little bit disorientated. I keep forgetting things, but that's probably due to stress because I've been told that before. I wish I could forget everything. So I think I'm going to go and take my makeup off. And go to my room. I really want to rub my eyes really badly. Do you know, like when your eyes are like a bit dry and itchy? And I do have mascara on, but then I keep thinking, well, you're going to take your makeup off very soon anyway. But I still don't want to rub mascara in or on or across things. I did struggle on part of that dog walk. I struggled on the early one, but I keep getting really breathless when I shouldn't be breathless. And then my chest starts hurting because it's like I've got absolutely no breath in my body. And I'm trying to carry on walking because I don't really want to stop. And I'm really out of breath, but it feels like more intense than any level that I've pushed myself to. And I don't know why, because I shouldn't feel that way. And I'm there like gasping for air, not wanting to stop, even if I'm going uphill. I don't know why. I mean, the dog was like that on the first walk because she heard a banging noise. Was that earlier? Yeah, and she was dragging me, and it weren't even a bang noise. It was just like a loud noise, and it weren't even that loud. And she started dragging, and we're going slightly like, do you know when it's like a slow incline? And she was there going, and I'm like, stop pulling me. Because we're on the waist lead. She's literally pulling all my weight. She did it last night because fireworks were going off. And we did 2 walks. I mean, my dad wasn't here, that's why I had to do 2 walks yesterday. Didn't get out till late afternoon, early evening on the first one. Probably early evening, not late evening. And we were like 15 minutes into it, maybe 20. And there was a bang. She starts pulling like mad. And I'm there like grabbing hold of the handle because there's 2 handles on the waist belt lead thing. And I'm pulling backwards and she's pulling me really hard. And I'm like, oh my God, you need to calm down. Like, everything's fine. Like, you don't need to do this. She did it for about 10 minutes. And she's there going, like gasping for air. And I'm like, you wouldn't be like that if you weren't dragging me like that. And then on second walk, it happened quite a few times. And I'm like, oh my God. And at one point, she'd calmed down because it was like earlier in the walk, calmed down. And we're getting close to where we live. And some fireworks went off, only briefly. She dragged me like her life depended on it. And I'm pulling back as hard as I can. And leaning back really hard. And I'm struggling to walk like I was like struggling not to end up being pulled on my face. It was really hard, and I'm getting hold at lead, and I'm pulling backwards, and I'm just struggling to walk because of how strong she was pulling me. I was absolutely exhausted when I got home because she had pulled me so hard. She'd made me breathless because I was battling against being pulled over. She's too strong. Way too strong for my own good. God, I'm feeling really sick. Like nauseous. I don't know what's going on in my body. But that food is definitely starting to really affect me. And I don't even know how much I've had to drink today. I don't think I've had enough to drink. Because typically I would drink this. Well, I'd drink my dog walking bottle full or maybe like 80% of. And I've not been drinking that. I keep making it, and I didn't make it because I made this. And I've not actually drank it. So I think I've potentially also not had enough to drink today. But I'm not going to fill myself up on liquids. I'm going to finish this, hopefully. I will take water to bed, but I barely or rarely ever touch it. Sometimes I will. It depends. If I'm ill, I will. Do you know, like if you're ill and you're like quite thirsty, I will. Or if I wake up in the night, sometimes my throat's really, really dry and it makes me cough, so I'll have a little bit. But I don't drink much of it. I probably should drink more, but then I'd probably got to the toilet 852 times. I'm so uncomfortable. Yeah, I can't wait to go to bed. Well, to my room, because my bed's comfortable. And I do prefer being up there at the moment, like it's where I go, because I can't cope with life. And I'm trying to, but I'm not feeling very good mentally. And whatever's going on physically is having an impact on me. I don't want to go to doctors, because I just don't want to go to the doctors. Like, I just don't. I can't even explain why, because I can't even put it into my own thoughts. Like, I can't, you know, like, I can't think of the reason in myself. I just know I don't really want to go. And I know sometimes you don't have an option, but whatever. I just don't want to go. Technically I was going to ring this morning, but I didn't wash my hair last night. Like, I was going to wash my hair and have a shower bath thing. And I didn't, because my towels weren't dry. And then I started drying them. And I thought I'll have one this morning. Hour and a half I was in there. I knew it was either going to be long or £20. Because I got in. If I get in the shower that's got a bath, or a bath that's got a shower above it, I know I'm going to be in there a minimum of an hour. I can't get in there and have a quick shower or bath. Like, I just can't seem to do it. And I've been like that since I moved in here. Because I like to sit in the bath with the shower on and let the shower fill the bath 2 to 3 times. Don't tell my dad. Oh God, I do get told off for being in there. I mean, he weren't here, but there has been comments, you're like I'm a small child. And I'm like, well, you don't have showers, so I'm using your share of the water. So I had a shower bath. And at first I was really, really tired. I was like, oh God, I just want to go to bed. Like, I did want to go to bed. Like, if I could have gone to bed, I would have done. But it was just me and the dog here, and I couldn't leave the back door open with her, giving her access, because if I'm asleep, I couldn't do that, especially at the moment. So I was like, oh God, I'm tired. Like, I don't really want to be in here. I'm going to have to get up quickly in a minute and, like, have a quick shower and get out. And then stop saying suddenly, because you don't mean suddenly. At some point, I started to feel more awake. Like, I weren't full of energy or anything, but I did start to feel a little bit better. And I just, like, chilled out in the, like, and I thought, oh, like, I'll be an hour. No, an hour and a half. It would appear hour and a half seems to be what it is. Like, I'm not timing it and thinking, get out at this time. Like, sometimes I'll think, oh, I'll get out at 15:15, and that probably make it 45 minutes or an hour, whatever it is. But I never, like, keep an eye on it after that point. Sometimes I'll see it coming up to that point. I'll think, oh, I better start washing my hair and stuff. But yeah, it seems to be the majority of them are an hour and a half, even though they're not timed. I just know what time I've got in and got out. But I did feel better for having that. And then I got out and then did my skincare, like face skincare. I was, like, walking around in a towel, which I don't normally get opportunities to do. And I had my robe in, I put my robe in the washer and washed that. And yeah, I was walking around with a towel on, and I had some noodles. And then I went upstairs and, like, started to like put body lotion on and, like, put products in my hair and, like, put a bit of makeup on and dried my hair and stuff. But yeah, I do like these shower baths, bath showers, whatever. I just like it. I don't know why. I just do. And then, like, when the bath gets full, I obviously empty it. And you know, at one point, I was, like, kind of, like, leaning back, all of a sudden my leg slipped and I went flying down the bath. And I've got this, what they called? Is it called a bath board, where you've got a board across the bath? Because I bought it during lockdown, and there was this small business on Instagram that really took off with bath boards, and they had loads of different designs, one that held a book or an iPad, and like you could have a slot for a wine glass, and then they had these slim ones, and I ordered one of the slim ones to have in my bathroom at that house, but I couldn't have it. Not going to go into the reasons why. And it was always in my office/dumping ground in the original box that it came in. So when I moved and I opened the box, I was like, oh my God, I never used this bath board. And I put it out here within a week or so of living here on the bath. And I've just got a lot of my products on it, like shampoos and stuff. And like, I put, like, if I'm going to use stuff other than what's on it, I'll put on it what I'm going to use. So basically I ended up, because I slipped down, like I almost ended up with my head under the water, and I'd accidentally kicked everything off this bath board except for 3 hair products, one of which was this hair mask. You can either like put it in and rinse it out, or you can just leave it in, like a leave-in conditioner. And my phone happened to be on top of that, and it was right next to the shampoo and the pre-shampoo, and they're the only things that didn't fall off the bath board. Like 2 shampoos and a conditioner came off, and 2 shower gels and disposable razors and other things, but those 3 things for some reason remained on the board, including my phone, so 4 things. So I was like, oh my God, that was lucky. I nearly ended up with a really soaking wet phone, which might have stopped working. So yeah, I don't know how my legs slipped like that, but they did. So yeah, that's my excitement for the day. Almost drowning my phone. And then I was like, in my head I thought, like, I'll have the first dog walk of the day at such and such a time. I'm not going to say what it is. And I'd been working myself up to it all morning, and I thought, like, I'll have my bath shower, go and get ready. And then I was in the bath shower longer, so I thought, oh, I'll go out at this time. And it just never happened. And then someone arranged to phone me, and I'm like, oh, I'm glad you told me, because I was literally about to go out, and they said, I'll phone you at such and such if you're able to talk. And I was like, I'm glad you texted me, because I was just about to go out with the dog. I'd been putting it off. I'd been like trying to work myself up to it. And they rang me, and they weren't meant to stay on long, and they were on like half an hour, whatever it was. And then when they got off the phone, that's when I got ready and went out. And that, like, it made, like, having that phone call stop me from thinking about it. So I literally put on what I needed to put on and left. I think if I wouldn't have had that phone call, it would have felt more stressful for me, because I wouldn't had a distraction, but the phone call distracted me. So I'm glad that happened. And the walk wasn't as long as I thought it would be. I didn't want a massive long one either. Like, I wanted around half an hour to 40 minutes, because it was going to be the first one, and I didn't really want to be out at that time of day. And I think it was like 36 minutes or something random like that. And she dictated it where we went, because I was actually surprised she went the way she did. I expected her to fully go the other way, which she did on the second walk, but she typically does it on the first walk, or tries to. Because sometimes I will say no, it depends on what time of day it is, and what time we're going out and how dark it is. So yeah, and we come back. What did we do? I don't even know what we did. I mean, I had to cut the grass, because I was going to do it yesterday. I don't even remember why I didn't do it yesterday. There's probably a reason. I can't even remember what the reason is. I did have a really bad mental weekend. I mean, I've not had the best day today either. All last week I was really numb. And I'm glad I was, because I had to do 2 things. And I'm glad that I just felt completely numb. So, and I don't know if feeling numb's a good thing, but it was for a couple of reasons. But then I had this nightmare when I woke up Saturday, because my brain had started to go round and round on the Friday night, like Friday bedtime, evening, whenever it was. But that nightmare that I woke up from on Saturday morning set me spiralling over the weekend. And I'd say Sunday was the worst day mentally. But Saturday weren't great, but Sunday weren't great. and my brain wouldn't switch off, and I just felt really down. I spent a lot of time in my bedroom. I came down as much as I could because the dog was here by herself, and I tried to give her attention and stuff, and the grass was meant to be cut. Like, I had planned to do it Saturday or Sunday, but predominantly Sunday, and it just never happened because mentally I didn't feel up to it. And I don't push myself too much, because I find that when I push myself too much, it kind of has a negative impact on me. Sometimes it helps me, like, and it makes me feel a bit better, or, you know, distracts me. But there's times when if I force myself to do something, it can make the situation worse. But I do try and do things, but sometimes you don't think, oh, I'm going to do something. But if I've got things that I've already thought, oh, I need to do this, this and this, sometimes I can do something. It just depends. But I never got out there to cut the grass. But I did do it at some point after the walk. Don't think it was immediate. And I did cut it. So, and it looks better. I think it would have been better if I'd done it last week, but did it keep raining last week? It did. I think I was going to do it one of the days. What day was I going to do it? I think I was going to do it Thursday and it never happened. Couldn't do it Friday. I didn't have that much opportunity to do it Friday. I mean, what happened on Friday? I went food shopping. And I didn't have much time to myself because I did the food shopping. And then when I put it all away and I thought, oh, I've got an hour. And I thought, if I do this, this and this, I'll have half an hour. But I ended up doing bits and pieces. And by the time I'd finished them, I literally went and picked my dog up, who had been naughty. Not seriously naughty, but she did something that she shouldn't be doing. So, and it's something she'd never done for me, but apparently she's been doing. So, and then I came home, and how did I get home? Oh yeah, I went that. Did I go that way? What way did I go home? Oh, I know. Because, right, there is a particular route that I like to go along. But it's not always like in the way. It's not always, sometimes it's a little bit out of the way, and it'd be like, if I went to do that route, it'd be putting more distance on it. Distance? It'd be longer. It'd be a longer distance. And I'm not saying it necessarily would add massive amounts of time on, but it would have time. Well, it potentially would add time on it. It would also add distance. And what's the point in going out of my way just to come on my favourite route? But as much as I can do that route, I will do it. And that route takes me all over the place. But sometimes, like, if I pop to Lidl, going that route is definitely going out the way. Now, sometimes if I go to Lidl, especially on like a food shopping day, like a proper food shopping day, sometimes I will pick up my dad some lunch. So then I have to go the opposite way to give him his lunch. Like, it's not massively out the way. It doesn't take too long to get there. But then to go my favourite route, it's definitely not convenient. I can go partially. So the route I would take from my dad's office is a partial route on my favourite route. Partially on my favourite route. So I do get to do a chunk of my favourite route that way. But to get to that, the roads I have to go down, a lot of them, well, not a lot of them, but some of them have got, do you know, like sometimes when you're going down roads or streets and on one side of the road everyone parks, which means that sometimes you can't get a car through on both sides of the road. Sometimes you can, and it also depends on who's driving, and if they're competent at driving, like, they will be able to fit down two cars on the same side. But there's this area that I drive through, and you constantly have to pull over. And sometimes if you pull over for one car, sometimes you're there for ages because like 15 cars will come through and you're there going, and yeah, so I'm not a big fan of it. It doesn't add tons of time on. It's just really annoying that you keep having to pull over. And sometimes like a couple will come through and all of a sudden you'll go to set off and then like 10 more will come through and you're like, where the hell are they coming from? So I do that route if I drop lunch off for my dad. But last Friday his friend had given him like some leftover curry or something. I mean, when I went to his office later that day because I had to drop something off, it didn't smell of curry. It smelled of something warm, and I don't mean hot, I mean as in like it had a spice smell, but it didn't smell like curry. Anyway, so if I do go and drop him something off, the route that I have to take involves me having to pull over. Sometimes I can get through, or I think there's 1, 2 to 3 areas where you have to pull over, and then if I get through them all, I feel lucky. Do you know, like if I don't have to pull over once, I do feel really lucky. But last Friday, because I didn't have to drop anything off, I went a totally different route because it was the quickest and the most convenient. But to go, yeah, anyway, I can't make that comment, but yeah, I did go that way. But it also meant I could wash my car because it needed a quick wash. Although the trees seem to be dropping something black on it that the car wash doesn't get off. I need to go out there. And you know like how high the pressure is on those washer things? Yeah, and with the brush it's not coming off, so I don't know how I'm going to get this stuff off. But it's on various parts of my car and it looks like dirt, but it's not dirt. It's something to do with the bloody trees. It's really annoying. So I did like a 5-minute wash or something. I was trying to get it off, but I was mainly just trying to give my car a bit of a clean. And then I came home. Did I come home? Yeah, I came home. Obviously I came home. I didn't go bloody to the moon or anything. Came home. What did I do? I think I filmed. Did I film? I know I put the shopping away. I've not filmed food haul for the last couple of weeks. You know, Friday food hauls. I've just not felt up to it mentally. And like, I keep thinking I should do them because I'm going to run out of food stuff. Like, I don't think I've got much left. I think it's scheduled whatever I've got left. I just don't have the mental energy to do it. Like, I've got to put the shopping out and film it, and I don't feel up to doing it. And like, I should, because it's like something I've always done. But like, my life has changed so much, and I've had to change things recently, and that's affecting me. And the thing that's made me have to change some things is the reason why I don't feel up to doing these food hauls. And I was thinking the other day, like, I like doing them because it's like, if I like in 5 years time think, oh, I wonder what I was eating like 7 years ago, I can actually see what I've been buying, and I like it for that reason. And like, I can like look back and go, oh God, the shopping cost this much and now it costs $5,000 a week. That's a joke. I mean, I hope that's a joke. I hope I'm not predicting the future here. So I like it for that. And it's like when I used to be able to properly vlog on this channel, which I can't due to other people. I can't say what I want to say and do what I want to do and show where I am for safety reasons, because I don't feel safe because of what happened to me when I lived at the previous house. So I can't get comfortable. I seriously can't get comfortable. What was I saying? So yeah, I keep thinking I should film them, but I don't have the mental energy, and they take time. Like, I've got to put the shopping out, and I know like recently I've been doing them quickly, like filming it, but then I've got to put it away. And I know sometimes it makes it easier when it's all out, you know, having to take things out the bag one by one. But I am getting like, I'm just struggling with doing a lot of things. Like, it's just how I feel. Don't make presumptions of why I feel this way, because you could be very wrong. You potentially would be wrong. It's nothing to do with anything before me moving here. That's all I'm going to say. So much for me going upstairs earlier. And can you believe, like, it's going to be August this... Is it this week when August happens? I'm sure it's Friday. Is it Friday when it happens? Whatever day it happens. What day is it today? Monday. Whatever day August happens, which I do think it's Friday. Or is it Thursday? I'm sure it's Friday. Hold on. First, second, yeah, it's Friday, because I know Monday's the 4th. My eyes are really dry. I'm gonna chew some up. Oh my god, my eyes. Oh, now I've got kissy dirt. Well, not dirt, makeup. That'll be mascara. What was I even saying? Why are my eyes dry? I need to stop rubbing them. I don't even know what I'm talking about. I literally don't know what I'm talking about. I literally do not have a clue. And I need to stop rubbing my eyes, but they're irritating me. Joe, there's loads of autumn stuff out in the shops. And as much as I like the autumn stuff, and it's been out for weeks, I keep thinking like it's still summer. And I know at some point they've got to introduce the autumn stuff. It just doesn't feel right, and people are buying it, and the stuff that I've been tempted to buy because it looks good, and like some of the good stuff like sells out, doesn't it? And then they don't get it back in at all or for ages, and then it like sells out again, and I'm like, there's certain things that I really like. Like I saw this wipe clean tablecloth, and I don't normally have like tablecloths, but it had pumpkins on and it looked very autumnal. But then I'm thinking like, would I have it on or would I keep it on? And then there was like tea towels, and I'm like, I want the tea towels. I didn't see any cups in that particular shop because I probably would get an autumnal cup. But I keep seeing these things. I'm like, oh god, that would look gorgeous. That would look gorgeous. I'm like, no, it's still summer. Don't do it, because it's literally July. And I know this stuff's been out for weeks, and I'm like, it is literally summer. What are people doing? Why do you want it now? Like, it's weird. And then I think, well, if you get it, you can have it, like, put it up, you can have it up for longer. And I'm like, no, don't get it and put it up because it's literally July. What's wrong with people? Like, but I want it. And I'm like, oh, I can just get a couple of cute little bits. And I'm like, no, you're not having a couple of cute little bits because it's not autumn. I'm like, don't wish the summer away, because if you wish the summer away, you'll be like, and it gets cold or whatever, you'll be like, why did I wish the summer away? But some of the stuff just looks so good, and I can get why people are getting it, but you don't need to put it out, but I would. But it just looks good. And I really want the tea towels, because I got some strawberry ones, like I think a couple have got strawberries on. I think there's 2 red ones. Is it a 4-pack? Is there a 5th one? What's on the 5th one? I don't even know. And I like them. They're like microfiber ones, and they're nice. And then I got like a matching scrubbing brush thing. I've not even seen that for ages. What do I do with it? Because I've not used it that I know of. And then I got something else that matches, but I can't remember what it was. But I keep thinking like, oh, I should get these things. I should get the tea towels. I should get the little white clean tablecloth, which I don't know why I need it, but I just want it. And then there's like some decor things. I'm like, oh, I want that. And I'm like, no, don't. So I'm literally fighting with myself in the shop, like in my head, not like physically like saying stuff to myself. But then I'm like, keep seeing them, and I'm like, oh, I want that, and I want that. I'm like, no, it is literal actual summer. Like, maybe if it was like September or like maybe the last week of August, I think it's acceptable then, especially like start of September. But I'm like, no, do not get it. What is wrong with me? I feel like I am going to get a couple of things like the tea towels, and I can shove the tea towels in the drawer. Like I would happily not use them right now. But there's things that I know that I've seen that I want that I don't know if I could manage to put away till at least the last few days of August. Because it seems like a long time away, that. It just feels weird that for weeks the autumn stuff's been out and more's coming. Because I see, like, even though September, like the start of September, is still summer as far as I'm aware, unless I've completely lost my mind, I think it's acceptable at that point, even though we can have some really good weather in September. Even October at the start can be okay weather-wise. So I would personally, for me, class start of September as being autumn, even though it technically isn't. I think it's more acceptable then to like have pumpkins and stuff out, because when it gets to the start of November, I don't want the pumpkin stuff as much, and I want some more wintry vibe things, even though it's not winter. So once my dad had this girlfriend called Pat. She might be dead now. I mean, she might not. I'm not like trying to kill her. She actually lied about her age as well. How old did she say she was? I'm sure she said she was like 47 or something, or 40 something, and she was 58 or something. But the thing is, she didn't even look like she was in her 40s. She literally looked like she was in her 60s. Like, she didn't have grey hair or anything. She dyed it. You could tell she dyed it. You could tell it was a bit rough looking, because she'd obviously put like dye on, her hair was like dry. She definitely, like, if you met her, you wouldn't go, oh yeah, Pat's in her 40s. Nobody way. Absolutely not. Like, and my dad believed her, and I kept saying to him, like, and I was only 16 at the time, 15, 13. Why did I think I was, oh yeah, I know why I thought I was 16. Anyway, I was 13, and I was like, she is not whatever 40 something she said she was. He's like, oh, she said she is. I'm like, no, she is definitely not. And she used to have this son called Mickey. I mean, he's still alive, because my dad saw him a couple of years ago. And Mickey used to like go out and do karaoke. Do you know, like, he was the guy who went out with the karaoke machine and like did whatever. I think he did other stuff, like, I don't even know. He was a womanizer. Anyway, Pat used to iron Mickey's underwear and his clothes, like, but he used to, I don't know if I should talk about this. Sorry, Mickey, if you're watching. He used to wear those, like, are they called posing pouches, like, and she would iron them, like, in front of people. Like, the fact he's wearing them is weird. Secondly, the fact she's ironing them for him, like, why do they need ironing? Who irons stuff like that? Apparently she did. But yeah, she'd do all these, like, ironing. And that's how my dad met her, even though, like, Mickey was something like, was he like 30 years younger than my dad? I think he was. And 30-ish, maybe more, maybe less. They met because my dad and Mickey were doing a college course, the same one. I'm not going to say what it is. My dad ended up quitting. I don't know if Mickey finished it or not. I can't remember. It was a long time ago. Anyway, and they became friends, even though there was this big age gap, because obviously my dad thinks he's 17 and he still thinks he's 17. And Mickey, like, invited my dad, because my dad was single and definitely trying to mingle, and invited him to, like, some of the karaoke nights. That's who told my dad he sounds like Neil Diamond. So thanks, Mickey, because my dad literally thinks he sounds like Neil Diamond when he sounds nothing like Neil Diamond, and he don't believe anyone because of Mickey. because he would get my dad to sing Neil Diamond and tell him how much like Neil Diamond he sounds. No, he doesn't. I'm not being mean. My dad does not sound like Neil Diamond, because if he did, he'd be out being an impersonator. So, yeah, Pat was, oh God, Pat, she was scary. She wasn't scary as in, like, you're scared of her. She was weird. Well, I don't know. Anyway, Pat, she was just horrible. And, like, they used to sit there and eat cheese Doritos, and they both stank of cheese Doritos, because my dad's always eating cheese Doritos. That was, like, he used to get Doritos and beer every night, and at weekend he'd go out drinking, and in the week he'd drink at home. Then, not now, obviously. And, Pat's like, oh, I love cheese Doritos. So they'd be both sat there eating the stinky cheese Doritos. He'd be drinking beer. What was she drinking? I can't remember what she drank. She probably drank anything, to be honest. I just get that impression, but I can't remember what she used to drink. But yeah, they both sit there with the stinky Doritos. They were absolutely horrific. I mean, they stink, don't they? They stink of smelly, cheesy feet. And there was one day we went out for the day. She went out in her slippers. She had these pink fluffy slippers on, and she claimed she didn't realise she had them on. I don't know how you wouldn't know you had them on, because surely you'd notice them at some point, and she didn't. So my dad had to buy her some bloody shoes, sandal things, because it was embarrassing. And then, for some reason, I don't know why, we were sat eating, and I asked her if she had false teeth, because she had loads of stuff stuck to them, and they were the most fake looking teeth I've ever seen in my life, and they were fake teeth. But I don't know why I asked her that, because I wouldn't ask someone that now, but I did then. But yeah, she had false teeth that were really weird. I wonder if she used to take them out and put them in like a glass next to the bed. I'll have to ask my dad. Do you know what, about asking that? Did Pat used to take her teeth out at night? Oh God, I amuse myself at times. But I do actually wonder if she did. Anyway, she was trying to marry my dad. They hadn't even been together that long, you know, like, I don't even remember when they got together. We're a year that we were together, like it was less than 6 months. She was trying to marry him. My dad always said he would never get married again, but my dad says a lot of things. And she continuously called my brother Gordon. He's not called Gordon. And like, I was like, is it not bothering you? He's like, no, I don't care, as long as she keeps giving me cigarettes, like she can call me what she wants. It's ironic because she ended up marrying someone called Gordon, so maybe like she just loves the name Gordon. But my dad basically broke up with her because she put her Christmas tree up in August. He went round one night and she had a Christmas tree up in August. He didn't know she was putting it up. And when he left there that night, he never contacted her ever again. Now that's bloody ghosting, innit? There is the poor woman thinking she's going to marry my dad. No chance. And he just doesn't speak to her again. And then she ended up marrying this bloke called Gordon. Wonder where she found him. Probably someone that Mickey knew. I bet he just hung out with the older men. Because when my dad bumped in, well, when he first broke up with her, because, I mean, I'm going to have to go soon because I don't want to keep talking. I want to go and take my makeup off and get in my room. But I don't know how long afterwards, like, my dad was speaking to Mickey, and when Pat used to go on about all these children that she apparently had, I think she said she had 4 children. Turns out she only had 2 children and she'd made the other 2 children up. Literally, she was literally talking about 4 children all the time. She gave them all names. and was telling us all this stuff about them. And when my dad bumped into Mickey, like after he broke up, well, he didn't even officially broke up with her, he just ghosted her. Mickey's like, no, I've only got a sister. And my dad was like, no, she was going on about these 4 children. He's like, no, she definitely only has 2 children, me and my sister. So yeah, she'd made up 2 children as well. That was great. And then, like, years later, when my dad bumped into Mickey again, Mickey went, you had a lucky escape with my mum. She was trying to marry him. My dad's like, yeah, I know. But there was no way at that point my dad would have married anyone. I'm not saying he would now, but I think, I can't say what I think, but there was absolutely no chance then that he would have married her. Even if they were together 10 years, he would never have married her. But yeah, she was desperately trying to, and apparently she'd been married 4 times before or something, or 3 times. I can't remember, it was a good amount of times. What was she doing with all these husbands? Where did they go? Did they divorce her? Did she kill them? What happened? See, I've got I mean, she's potentially not alive now, I don't know. She was still alive last time my dad bumped into Mickey, but she isn't, I mean, she might be alive now. I nearly said she isn't. I don't know if she is or isn't. I don't even know how old she would be, because she did lie about her age and she was 58 when she said she was 44 or something. I mean, she didn't even look like she was in her 40s. I mean, did she think he was never going to find out? Because if he married her and they went and registered the marriage, of course he's going to find out when she was born. My God. So I don't know how old she would be now. And she was a heavy smoker. And I don't like smokers, like I can't be around them, it makes me feel ill, like the smoke. And she smoked. And she was weird. But not weird, but weird and strange. And I'm sure she used to pretend to like things that she didn't like. I nearly said I don't know where he met her. I do know how he buddy met her, thanks to Mickey. Yeah. She was horrible. The first time I met her, he took me round to her house, and she lived in, I nearly said she lived in this house. Yeah, she did live in a house. That's why I was at her house. And I'm sat there, and I felt real uncomfortable. And it was back when I was like really shy as well. And on the fire, she had one of those, do you know those old-fashioned gas fires? She had one of them. And like across there and across, like that, she had this thing above it on the wall, like a shelf thing. She was drying her knickers. And they were like, all of them like had like stains on them and stuff. I kept thinking, don't look, don't look, don't look. But I'm like, who the hell dries all the knickers and stuff when you know you've got people coming round? And then she had this thing that if anyone like rung the doorbell, not the ring doorbell, like I don't think they were a thing then. And well, not that I know of. Anyone rang the doorbell, she used to have this light on the wall that used to flash. It wasn't red, but that's what I kept thinking. I think she was a bit deaf. I don't know. I've never known anyone have this light on the wall that when not the ring doorbell, just the doorbell was pressed, it would flash, and it kept going off. I'm sat there, and then Mickey came round. Surprised he didn't have a kid. Oh, did he let himself in? I think he let himself in like usual. But it was so awkward when I met her. Like, he literally took me round to her house. That was awkward. And she had a 2-bedroom house. Up Shad. Was it Shad? If you know where Intac is, and there's Intac Club, that's probably not the club anymore. And there's like the 4-way road thing. That hill you come down from Shad, if you go up there and take the first left, and then the first right, and then go along, and then take that right, and there's that street that like goes round like that and back onto the main thing. She lived on there, and then when my dad was going out of her, she did move, and she lived on the road that you go on before you turn up onto that bit. And then she moved again, but that was after my dad ghosted her. but that's where she lived. But is that classed as shad, or is it classed as intact still? Not intact. Is it called Nusden? Why did I think of intact? It's not intact. It's where like Nusden Club and the out of hours GP surgery thing is. If you're local, you'll know what, well, hopefully you'll know what I'm going on about. But yeah, is that classed as shad or not? That's where she used to live. She don't now, she might not live anywhere, I don't know. But the moral of the story, that's just took me ages, is that she put her Christmas tree up in August. And my dad was like, apparently she was doing other things. She was constantly going on about marriage to him. He would never have married her. Like, I didn't know anything about this, but he did say, like, she continuously went on about marriage. I mean, how was she going to explain when the 4 children don't turn up to the wedding? Oh, they're on holiday. Oh, are they? Yeah, they don't exist, 2 of them. Like, they all had names. Like, she would talk about them like they were actual real people. But yeah, he said, like, there was quite a few things. The constant wedding talk. And then when he went round and she had the Christmas tree up in August. So, and I got onto that story obviously because for weeks now all the autumn stuff's been out and it's weird. And as much as I like it, I don't want to get it because to me it's summer. And like people complain when it's cold and it's winter and then they moan about summer. I've not once moaned. I mean, we've had some good summer. We've not had like the hottest heat. Like it's not gone 30 plus. Well, round here it hasn't. But it has been a good summer so far, I guess. I mean, it's not even over. But it gets confusing when they start putting out autumn stuff. And as much as I like it, I'm not going to buy stuff that I'm going to necessarily want out. I might buy the tea towels that I want. And if I see the odd bit and bobs, bit and baps, bit of whatever, bits and pieces, I might get a couple of bits. Because I don't want it to get to the point where I want to start buying it and then the stuff that I like the most isn't available anymore. Not that I'm going to get tons of stuff, but I do love a bit of autumn vibing. Pumpkin spice, orangey colour stuff. But yeah, on that note, I am going to have to go because I'm getting tired. And I want to go upstairs. Like, I'm not probably going to go to sleep. And I'm getting cold down here. It's not warm upstairs. It is warm upstairs. It feels chilly down here. So I'm going to go and get ready to get in bed. I might post this. It's not like even an interesting video. I've just nearly filmed for an hour when I could have been upstairs in my bed. Probably scrolling on my phone. I'm not going to ring the doctors tomorrow. Because I'm going to put off going for a job. I've still got chest pain. And when I move certain ways, it hurts more. And sometimes I don't have to move and I get this weird pain. And it's sore. Like if I touch the area, it's tender. So I don't know what's going on with my body. I don't think I'm having a heart attack because, you know, I'm pretty sure they don't go on this long. But I don't feel good. I've got pain where my kidney area is and like in my sides and stuff. Have a great day, everyone. Subscribe if you want to watch random stuff. And thank you for watching.